بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه من والاه. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala barakatuh, and welcome to this productivity Naseeha from productivemuslim.com. Today's episode, Everyone Counts, how your actions and your productivity will rebuild this ummah. When we think about rebuilding the ummah, normally we put the blame or we put the responsibility on the Muslim leaders, on the politicians, on the scholars, but we never think that rebuilding the ummah is every single person's responsibility. Yes, it's your responsibility. Every single one of us needs to contribute towards rebuilding the ummah. But the question is, where do you start? And how can you start? And what's the long-term plan? This is not a quick win. This is not a very short-term win. This will be a long-term plan. So what's the long-term plan? Inshallah, in these next few minutes, I'll try to give you some ideas how we can start rebuilding the ummah. I want you to remember the story of Salahuddin. We all remember this great leader who brought respect and dignity back to the ummah, and he brought back Jerusalem to the ummah. And we always remember this great leader who we think came from in this special time, special person who came without any particular background. We think Salahuddin. But really today I want you to think about Salahuddin as not just one man. His victory was not just one man. I want you to remember that he had a supporting network. He had his parents, he had his mentors, he had his teachers. Now you imagine if you are a teacher and you are teaching the next generation of Muslims, and you put in your heart, your niyyah, that one of these kids, inshallah, will be the next Salahuddin. So you put all your heart into rebuilding the ummah by teaching well and making sure that the next child, this generation you're teaching, at least one of them will be the next Salahuddin. And I'll tell you the power of teachers. An example is my younger brother. My younger brother was inspired by one of his teachers to memorize the Quran. It took him a long time, but after 8 years, he finally memorized the Quran. So it really is about you giving your best to every generation that's in front of you so that you can rebuild the ummah. Let's look at parents. Imagine Salahuddin's parents. They did their best, and it was known that he had a very, very strict upbringing. So they did their best to make sure that their son, their child will become a true, noble Muslim. And they worked hard for that purpose. And they were part of building Salahuddin. Also, the next person is mentors. Salahuddin had many mentors in the army, mentors from his scholars and shuyukh, mentors whom he used to write to and they used to respond to him. How many times young people sometimes come up to you and ask you for advice? Did you ever think that perhaps your advice can change these young people? So really, Salahuddin is not a one-man show. His victory was not a one-man show. The support he got from his parents, from his teachers, from his mentors, and more importantly, from the ummah. A scholar once said that Salahuddin was not born in a day. Salahuddin was born after 400 years. The ummah was struggling from the Crusades for 400 years, and they fought back and they wanted to bring back Salahuddin. Every single person in the ummah worked hard to bring back and to bring forward a Salahuddin. So really, rebuilding the ummah is not a one-man show. Rebuilding the ummah starts with each and one of us. So where do you start? The first of all is to have an ultimate goal for the ummah. Have some purpose that you want to achieve. Have a big goal. Think big, don't think small. Subhanallah, we waste so much time thinking small. All we want to do is to have a big business, or have a nice car, or have the next laptop, or have the next gadget, and we don't think big. Think big, think for the ummah and how you can help the ummah. Have an ultimate goal and gain knowledge to support your goal. Let's say, for example, your goal is to free the ummah from the interest banking. from interest financial services. You want all the Ummah to adopt Islamic financial services which are interest free. That's your big goal. So learn about Islamic finance. Learn about how to support your goal. Learn about the different aspects about what really takes to run a country using only Islamic finance. And become an expert in this field. And then each day do one important task towards that goal. Maybe you write one article. Maybe you participate in a forum. Maybe you get together with like-minded people and think to yourselves how best to achieve this goal. It really starts with one person. And this one person inspiring others. And this one person working with others towards an ultimate goal. This is my next point. How do you inspire others? You inspire others with your goals by sharing your goals and making people feel that the Ummah is the only focus. The focus is not yourself. The focus is not your comfort. The focus is the Ummah at all times. Also, you need to be restless. What I mean by this is never feel that it's over, or we can't do anything, we just sit down and we're gonna watch some TV and just play on Facebook or something. Really feel that restlessness within your heart. I need to do something for the Ummah. I mean, life is too short for you just to waste it. Be restless. And part of being restless is constantly making dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make you a purpose and the reason to serve this Ummah. And final thought is, be of those who count. Don't be of those who don't count. I love the poem of Imam Shafi'i when he said that some people are alive, yet it's like they're dead. And some people, even after they die, they're constantly remembered and they're constantly alive in people's hearts and minds. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us of those who rebuild this Ummah and of those who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala uses to serve and help rebuild this Ummah. So inshallah you enjoyed this productivity Naseeha from productivemuslim.com. It comes every fortnight, and if you like this, please share it with your friends and family. And if you have any queries or if any feedback to improve it, send us an email at productivemuslim@gmail.com. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.